Today's Hit Music, Q92 here, and Canton is about to be taken over by the USFL. The playoffs, of course, this weekend, Saturday. All right, June 25th, Tom Benson HOF Stadium. It's going to be a party. We're going to have a concert in between. And then, of course, July 3rd, the championship game. And we are very lucky and honored to be talking to Daryl Johnston of the USFL. And Daryl, first of all, I got to tell you, big fan of you with the Cowboys. First of all, I got to get that out of the way. Loved watching your dynasty with them in the 90s. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate the time talking with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, those were great teams, and it actually brought me to Canton quite a few times as those guys went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you got to be here a lot with those teams, don't you?
Absolutely.
Well, let's get into this USFL. I mean, first of all, congratulations. What a success it was this season. I enjoyed watching the games on Fox and, of course, on NBC as well. But you see, a lot of these leagues, Daryl, they don't always get to finish. They don't always last. This one seemed to. It really did a great job. And what do you think some of the reasons are behind that? And first of all, before you answer, I got to tell you, your guys' social media is fantastic with the USFL. All your posts, your Twitter, everything you guys do is really, really great on social media. I have to give you guys credit for that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that's something, and I think one of the reasons that we've had the success that you talk about is having somebody like Fox behind us.
Right.
So we've been able to kind of engage with a lot of their people. So, some of those digital people that work with the NFL on Fox, are with us with the USFL. So, yeah, that was huge. And that's the way that people, like to consume, their information nowadays. So, very creative, very artistic with what they were doing. So, yeah, really, really impressed with our digital team the entire season. The reason for the success, I think there's so many, and the reason that we were able to get through our regular season, number one, a lot of hard work by a lot of great people. At times we were making decisions in real time. We were kind of building the airplane as we flew, and we just had a tremendous team around us with the USFL, and we knew we had the support from Fox behind us. I think one of the great things was, we got 8 really good head coaches. They have a great network. We knew we were going to get good staffs across the board, good teachers, good football coaches. Then we had to get the talent for them to work with. And I really like the way we structured our draft. And I think that's why we didn't have, any blowouts during the course of the year. I think we had maybe 3 instances where, one team kind of, got after somebody else. But other than that, our games were very, very tight, coming down to the last 2 minutes, the final play of the game. And we did it by position. And that way you couldn't really kind of load up somewhere. And we were able to distribute the talent kind of equally among the 8 teams. And I think that's why we had all the close games. And then I knew, just listening to the people at Fox and NBC and what they had planned for the broadcasts, I knew that the quality of the game for the viewer on TV was going to be outstanding. The access that they were going to create with some of the new elements that they were adding was going to be really fun for the viewer at home. So, as we started to move through this, we just built momentum as the season went on. We knew we were going to get better and better each week. We did that. We finished up the regular season, with one of our best weeks, and now we're excited to bring this product up to Canton.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the season. I mean, you had a playoff spot open, right till the end where the games meant something, and it was really cool. And the way you guys, like you said, the way the games were presented, both on cable with NBC and Fox, and even streaming on Peacock, which I think sports is heading that way in some aspects. It just feels like social media and your broadcast and the way you presented the league, I feel, was really innovative and in many cases ahead of the curve of where I think things are going. Do you agree?
I do. I think from, just the access that we created, whether you were at the stadium or watching on TV, just with some of the production elements, the Steadicam that was in the huddle, the drone footage, the microphones. I think the audio, when you talk to the people on the production side, the audio was one of the things that they were really, really excited about during the course of the season. So that was a big thing, for everybody. So, we knew that was going to be a key element for us.
Now, let's shift now to the playoffs of this weekend. Now, we're already seeing, us here in Canton, we're excited, as Canton, Ohio, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Before we get into what's going to happen this weekend, how excited were you and everyone at the USFL when you made the decision and it came to fruition that, hey, we're going to play our playoff games where the birth of pro football started. We're going to play at Tom Benson HOF Stadium, especially when you see what that stadium is today.
I know. It was unbelievable. We were in L.A., and it was our first meeting. It was our head coach's seminar, so getting all 8 of the guys together for the first time in the middle of January. And that's when we were kind of finding out that we'll be able to do our regular season in Birmingham, but with the World Games coming in right behind us, they really asked to have access to the stadium a little bit earlier than they anticipated. So the big thing there was, well, where are we going to go? Right. And when I started to hear the rumors that we were going to have the opportunity to come to Canton and play there, I thought, seriously? That's our alternative choice. That would have been my first choice.
Right.
So everybody was really, really excited. It's a little bit of work for us, moving, everything that we're doing down here in Birmingham, up to Canton, Ohio. But the reward is just unbelievable. And I'm really excited, for our guys. We're going to have, 200 guys at the Hall of Fame Museum tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's going to be interesting to find out how many guys are going there for the first time, and to get an appreciation for the game itself, the people that came before these guys, decades, generations before them, had the game built on their shoulders. Now they're having the opportunity to play this game because of all those great people who are in the Hall of Fame. So I think it's going to be a really great moment for us, and I'm really, really excited to see how they do.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is here in Canton, we're starting to see pop up on social media and things around here, the stadium and how the field. And for those that don't know, when they're going to see this on television, the USFL, that logo's right there on the 50-yard line. Those end zones, you are taking over Tom Benson HOF Stadium, and I think people are going to be blown away by what it looks like, not only when they're going to the game, but when they're going to watch it on television this weekend.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Eric Shanks, our CEO, the president there at Fox Sports. It was early in the year, and he had seen those colored end zones that reminded him a lot of what we had back in the '90s with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
The way that had the blue there, and he really wanted to have the red and the blue in the end zones, and then the logo at midfield. It really does come across great on television. So. Again, and as you pointed out, at the stadium, I think that the fans are going to be very, very impressed there as well. It's been a really well done project this entire season. Whether you're at the stadium, watching it live, whether you're watching it on television, I just think it's exceeded our expectations, what we thought it was going to look like. And it was funny because we were actually having lunch one day, had a break, we're having some lunch, and they're doing a rerun of one of the games on the television. And we look up, and it really looked like it was, a San Francisco style game. It had I think it was the Stallions with the, kind of that burgundy and gold.
Right.
And, you looked at it, and the presentation was just unbelievable. And it was really the first time that a lot of us had seen what it looked like on television, because we're always at the game.
Absolutely. The games are this Saturday, the playoff games at Tom Benson HOF Stadium. Tickets still on sale. HallOfFameVillage.com. Come on, Canton, let's pack that stadium and show the USFL all the support that it deserves. Daryl, again, big fan, watched you growing up. Thank you for the time. Congratulations on all the success with the USFL. It's really, truly, as a sports fan, it's been a lot of fun to watch. I really appreciated the football in the spring. Believe me, I need it. So I appreciate it, and you guys did a great job, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from somebody that's up in Canton and knows quite a bit about professional football, so thank you for that compliment.
All right, it's Daryl Johnston right here on today's Hit Music, Q92.